So here is the latest addition to my tank. This is an adult Leopard Wrasse. As you can see there, they have beautiful coloration. He's not particularly happy about having the camera pushed up here next to the glass, so he might be a little bit skittish and a little bit shy, but I'll try and see if I can keep him here on camera. So anyways, what happened was that my other Wrasses unfortunately passed away. And they were, it was just random things. I found my Christmas Wrasse lying on the sandbed dead after a few years. And so I've been missing Wrasses in my tank. And if you know anything about me, if you watch my other videos, you know that I am a huge Wrasse enthusiast. And the idea of having a tank without a Wrasse just wasn't really a way to go for me. So I was trying to find a suitable replacement, something that would fit in well with the tank. And I love the various types of Leopard Wrasses, but they can be finicky, they don't ship well. So I needed to find a healthy specimen, and my local fish store just happened to have this adult Leopard Wrasse, and it was active, beautiful coloration on it, of course, as all these guys are. But anyways, so I wanted something that was larger, that could stick up for itself if need be. So finding this guy was great, because normally when you get them in, they're really tiny. So being able to get an adult size one was fantastic. So I brought him home. Unfortunately, my flame hawkfish really gave this guy a hard time, and ultimately it ended up leading to me getting rid of my flame hawkfish. So yes, I did have to remove him from the tank. It kind of just reached the point where I had to choose between the flame hawkfish, the other fish, and potentially having inverts in there, like cleaner shrimp or whatever. And for me, because he also bullied this poor little flameback angel a little bit. And so the idea that they were kind of being terrorized by one fish and me having to choose between them, it was kind of no choice. So I took the flame hawkfish back to my local fish store, and I got some trade-in credit for him. So I was able to basically pay for half of the Leopard Wrasse with the trade-in credit on him. So anyway, the rest of the Leopard Wrasse I was actually able to cover with coral trade-in credit, so I actually had enough there to cover the purchase, so that was great. I didn't have to pay any money out of pocket for this guy. Within about 4 days of him getting in my tank, he went after the LRS Reef Frenzy, which is what I normally feed my fish in my tank anyways, and he's really taken to it and just gone after it, and now he gets just as excited at feeding time as any of the other fish do. These guys, these are just the regular Leopard Wrasses. They don't have a specific title or name like a lot of the other variants do, so this is just what they consider a standard Leopard Wrasse. I've had one in the past. I had a divided or blue star, I think that they get called sometimes. And I love the coloration on them and everything, but being able to get one in its full adult color scheme like this just right off the bat, and having a good size fish to be active, fill out the tank. And of course, Wrasses, they have very, very entertaining, curious personalities. He's always curious about things, swimming in and out of stuff. He likes to pull food away from other fish at feeding time, just being a Wrasse in every way, shape, or form. But it makes for entertaining, views, and so it's just really fun to be able to sit there and watch these guys. He has not bothered anything, and other than the jerk of a flame hawkfish I had to get rid of, none of the other fish have bothered this guy at all. They've been totally accepting of him. He swims in and out, no problems, no difficulties. The flameback angel and foxface have been both very accepting of this Leopard Wrasse, so it's been a good fit. So anyway, As mentioned, with any leopard wrasse, the biggest thing is that they do not ship well, so you really need to be picky about your individual that you're going to bring home. So for that reason, I strongly do not suggest buying leopard wrasses online, because basically you're getting a fish that's sight unseen and just taking a roll of the dice there. Whereas with a local purchase, you can observe it in the store, see if it's eating regular foods and that sort of thing, because by nature, these guys are pod feeders. They eat pods, the little things on the rockwork, and they'll sit there and go around and periodically peck at the rockwork. You know, and if you know anything about pod eaters, it's very dependent on whether or not your tank has got the ability to support them on that alone. So the ability for one to be able to adapt to regular food is crucial with these for their long-term success for most people. So, but as I said, mine adapted within a few days, didn't have any problems, and he was, as I said, just at the store, he was just healthy, active, moving around a lot, and as I said, as soon as he adapted to food, he really took to it, and now feeds just like any other regular fish. So, so the chances are that this guy is probably going to last a while. But anyway, you know, their coloration and pattern, just I mean, it's really difficult to find something to compare to a leopard wrasse if you're looking for that kind of diversity and the pattern on them and everything else. They really just stand out in a way that other fish don't. So they're just gorgeous examples here. I love the coloration. This guy, you know, with the lighting, basically you have the black spots, the light blue, and then you do have some yellows and reds on the top spine and the fin that's intermixed in between the spots as well. Other things that I found really interesting about leopard wrasses is that the spots actually extend to the eyes. You can literally see, like, even right around the actual eye itself, the spot pattern is still there. So it's actually pretty stunning. But this guy and this particular individual, as far as what else he eats, I do feed seaweed and nori, and my blue star leopard wrasse was really partial to that and would go after that. But this one really hasn't shown much interest. I mean, he's curious because he sees the fox face and, you know, going after it and everything. But for the most part, he's not really a nori guy. But it fits because these fish aren't really herbivores. They're carnivores by nature. You know, as I said, by default, they're pod eaters. But anyway, so, but not a big concern because he definitely finds plenty to eat. You know, and he still nips and pecks at the rockwork here and there in between during the day, and he seems to do just fantastic with that configuration. So they do sleep in the sand bed, so it is good to have, you know, a sand bed or at least availability for sand for these guys, because they do flop on their side and bury themselves in the sand at night and then come out during the day. On the bright side, though, it does help out some with territory, because at night then you don't have them potentially trying to sneak into another fish's cave. You know, they just flop down in the sand and bury themselves there, and that's where they sleep for the night. As far as other things are concerned with this fish, personality-wise, I haven't seen any real aggression out of this guy whatsoever. You know, he seems like he's willing to, you know, if somebody tries to really push him around, then he'll, you know, at least make an attempt to defend himself. But he's not an aggressor in any way, shape, or form that I've seen. Now, I haven't tried keeping him with other wrasses, which can potentially be an issue. But you know, with the other fish, he just sits there and swims in and around with them. In point of fact, I think really the only tiny minor complaint I have about this leopard wrasse is that for whatever reason he decided that he really likes my algae scraper and likes to swim in and out of it when I'm trying to scrape the glass and clean the algae off. So I have to worry, you know, about not hitting him with the scraper blade, because he's constantly darting in and around. So he can make a little bit of a pest of himself there. But honestly, that's seriously the only thing I've gotten, and that's really me being nitpicky about him. So overall, just absolutely thrilled to have this guy in the tank. He had so much life and activity to it. Fun and entertaining to watch. Beautiful coloration and pattern scheme. That, as I said, it's just so difficult to match this. And that's all I've got, and thanks for watching.